If you had just told me I'd be home with you. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Hi everybody, it's Charles and welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, hi, my name is Charles and welcome to my channel. So today I thought I would finally get around to listening to FKA Twigs' I think third EP, M3LL 155X. Yes, I'm pretty sure I said that right. It is a weird title for an EP. This EP came out in 2015 and at this point it's almost 6 years old and I'm just like, wow, over half a decade old this EP is and I've only heard one song off this EP. I was gonna listen to FKA Twigs' first album before I heard this one, but then I was like, you know what? I've already heard a song off of this EP, so I was like, let's just listen to this EP and then I'll listen to her first album later. I think FKA Twigs is a very interesting artist and she creates such beautiful music. It's more than music, it is art, it is poetry, it is just, ooh, it really gets into my emotions and really it's just something super beautiful. And I really think that her latest album, Magdalene, was robbed at the Grammys. It got one nomination for Best Music Video. I'm pretty sure that's it for Cellophane. And I'm like, there are so many amazing songs off that album, and that album in general is amazing. And I'm just like, wow, no Grammy nominations other than the music video for Cellophane. Robbery. But yeah, I was like, you know what? After listening to Magdalene, I was like, let me dive into some of FKA Twigs' older works, which is why we are here today listening to M3LL 155X. Haha, I did it correctly. Before I get into this whole EP reaction, yes, it's an EP, not an album like I usually do, I just want to speak on what FKA Twigs is going through real fast. I think it's crazy what went on with FKA Twigs and Shia LaBeouf and how they met on the set of his movie Honey Boy, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And it was weird because Robert Pattinson was dating FKA Twigs and Shia LaBeouf was dating Mia Goth, and then at some point they kind of like switched and FKA Twigs was dating like Shia LaBeouf and then Robert Pattinson was dating Mia Goth, and I was like, what's happening here? This is all crazy, but then again, it's Hollywood, so I'm not that surprised, but at the same time, I'm surprised. But anyway, after a while, I stopped hearing about FKA Twigs and Shia LaBeouf, and I was like, okay, so I guess they broke up or whatever, and when I finally got to see Honey Boy, I was like, oh, this is kind of cute that she's in his, like, movie that he wrote and starred in about his life and how he ended up where he is right now, and I was like, Shia LaBeouf turned the corner, and then I was wrong. I was wrong. Reading FKA Twigs' whole statement she made about how Shia LaBeouf abused her both physically and mentally and all the other stuff he did to her, I was like, oh, he has not changed and he really tormented FKA Twigs and I was like, baby, leave her alone. Leave her alone. I'm just like, I hope FKA Twigs is doing better now. She said she had to take a lot of time to heal and actually, process what she went through. And, I hope that she gets justice for what happened to her against Shia LaBeouf and that she takes Shia LaBeouf down because apparently it is a pattern that he does this with women he works with. And I'm just like, oh my God. How come it only took up until now for FKA Twigs to be the one who has to do it? Like, I heard that Sia went through this too and Mia Goth too, and I'm like, it really sucks that these women did not feel like they could come forward with this because, they probably were afraid of Shia LaBeouf or something, but I'm just like, at least FKA Twigs is putting a stop to all the shenanigans and buffoonery, and hopefully Shia LaBeouf will go down finally. But as I said, I hope FKA Twigs is doing fine, and, I hope she's able to stop him, because, like, he clearly needs to be stopped, and she was like, I'm gonna be the one to put a stop to this, and I'm just like, girl, you do that, because you are what? That bitch. And I'm just like, FKA Twigs, you should be more appreciated by people in general. Okay, so with that out of the way, let's get into this whole EP reaction now. So the first song off the EP is called Figure 8. Interesting production so far. Ooh, her vocals are so good. It's like, ha 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 ha. What is she saying? We're looking up the lyrics later. Something about boys? Okay, so that was Figure 8, and safe to say I was confused. I mean, I've heard Magdalene, so I know that the production of her songs can sometimes overshadow her vocals and what she's saying. But this song, I was like, huh. As it kept going on, I was like, I am not able to hear what you're saying really clearly anymore. Okay, so after scanning the lyrics of the song, to me, the song is giving off messages of being vulnerable, but at the same time being strong. So maybe it's a song about her reflecting on herself. Looking at the second verse, she says, I am an angel, my back wings give the hardest slap that you've ever seen. So I'm like, she's an angel, which means she's pure and all that. But the hardest slap you've ever seen means that she's still strong. And also in the bridge, she says, I take a step, I break my neck. Teach me how to lead with my middle finger. Which to me tells that even though she's vulnerable, she still wants to be strong. And sometimes she needs to be taught how to be strong and confident. But she wants to be both, I guess, from piecing together the lyrics from like some of the verses and the bridge. I'm like, yes, FKA Twigs, be both vulnerable and strong. This reminds me a lot of the Selena Gomez song Vulnerable from her latest album, Rare. I'm just like, that being vulnerable is good, but you can also be strong while vulnerable. I'm just like, yes, 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 1,000 times yes to this message. But yeah, the song, it's beautiful. It has nice vocals, nice production, and good lyrics. I just wish I could hear the lyrics more clearly, but you know what? FKA Twigs likes that production that messes with the vocals, so hopefully it's not like that throughout the whole EP, but we'll see. The next song is called I'm Your Doll. Okay, where we going? Something about gossip. She said, stop playing me. Oh, I expected a drop. Did she say wind me up? What kind of doll is this? You gotta stop playing with those girls. Like, Ooh, love that. Okay, so that was I'm Your Doll, and to me this song is obviously talking about love, but you know, I don't think it's a healthy love. I feel like looking at the chorus, is it the chorus? Yeah, it's the chorus. It says, I'm your doll, wind me up, I'm your doll, dress me up, I'm your doll, love me rough, I'm your doll, and you know, then it repeats, and I'm like, huh, I feel like she's very insecure about the love she's getting from that person because earlier in the song, and it repeats throughout the song, she's like, stop hanging out with those girls. And I'm just like, yeah. So she's just like, you know what, be with me. I should be the person you should be with. And, you know, you can do anything you want to me. And I'm just like, ooh, baby, that's not love. Or at least not healthy love. I really love the lyrics she says in this song where she goes, I'm feeling like a loaded gun. And when it's done, I'm the only one. I mean, that was powerful to me. Okay, moving on to the next song, which is called In Time. Ooh, I really love the production. The nerve. Ooh, that was a good lyric. Why do I feel like crying? I don't know why. I can't. I feel like crying. I don't know why. She really said production, production, production. Okay, so that was In Time, and wow. I heard that FKA Twigs with this EP was like, let me experiment with production, and safe to say this is 3 songs in, and I'm like, wow, this song in particular is very, very produced, to the point where I feel like it might be overproduced, but then again, it was very interesting. It was giving me very Charlie XCX vibes before Charlie XCX was really doing these like multiple sound things that she does now. I think this song might be a continuation from the last song, because the last song, I'm Your Doll, she was talking about like wanting that love from the person, and I feel like in this song we're talking about how the person they love, isn't the best. But you know what? They're hoping that in time, both they and FKA Twigs herself will get better and they will become the best versions of themselves in time. And I'm just like, interesting, interesting, interesting. I really love the line she says in the song where she says, the way you dismiss me will turn into missing me like I'm yours. And this is song 3 out of 5 songs. And you know what? Each song has like a really good like line in there where I'm like, ooh, that really hit me in the heart, Okay, so the next song on the EP is called Glass and Patron, and this is a song I've heard from her before. I've heard it and I've seen the music video. I mean, I'm pretty sure I heard this song in a TV show and I Shazammed it, and then it led me to FKA Twigs in general, like way before I heard Magdalene. So I was like, another reason why I wanted to listen to this EP, because I was like, this song, the first song ever I heard from FKA Twigs was on this EP. So I was like, I like this song a lot, so maybe the whole EP I would like, and yeah. So let's get into the song real fast. I love the music video, how it's like a catwalk and then all the people are voguing down it. Ooh, so good. See, I really like how her voice in this song is distorted. Okay, so that was Glass and Patron, and God, I still love this song a lot. But you know what? I never really paid attention to the lyrics when I used to listen to it a lot. But looking at the lyrics now, I'm just like, huh, a lot of interesting things are being said. And it says that FKA Twigs has said that Glass and Patron for me is about using the experiences you go through in your life and using pain and emotional discomfort and putting it back into your creativity. And I'm just like, once again, she's like, art, baby. What I'm making is art. I'm making art. My music is art. My music videos are art. And I'm like, yes, they are art, FKA Twigs. God, I'm such an innocent, because I was like, why is the song called Glass and Patron? I know that Patron is alcohol, but what is glass? And looking it up, I was like, oh. Glass is drugs. Glass is slang for MDMA. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Hold up. It says that the song is about Robert Pattinson. And I'm just like, when did the two of them get together? Time to do research, die fast. Okay, so apparently they got together in 2014 when she was recording this EP. And they broke up around 2017, sometime in 2017. So I'm like, whoa, interesting. Apparently they were engaged at one point. And I'm just like, whoa, I did not know all of this. Like, oh. God, knowing that the song Home With You is about Robert Pattinson too, I'm just like, it hits me even harder now, because I thought their relationship was like short-lived, but no, this was something that was long going and they were actually engaged. And I'm just like, wow, thinking about Home With You now makes me even more sad, because it even has more emotional depth than I even thought. Like, it makes me sad. Anyway, let's move on to the last song in this EP, which is called Mother Creep. And I'm like, what could this be about now? Interesting. All those heavy production elements, they just drop it, and now we're coming in slowly with, like, something simple. Maybe not simple. Wait, she doesn't know who is who what? Where will you be? Futuristic is where we're going. What are these vocals? I'm not gonna lie, I was confused listening to this whole song. I was like, are we talking about her mom? Because at the start, she's saying that she doesn't know someone. And looking at the lyrics, she says at the very start, I don't know who my mother is. And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what she's saying, but I wasn't sure. But like looking at like the notes here on Genius, thank goodness for Genius, it says that FKA Twigs described this song as an apology, and I feel like maybe it's an apology to her mom. So I guess this song is really, a song where FKA Twigs is apologizing to her mother because she's like, as we're growing up, we don't really listen to our parents, and I guess she never listened to her mom, what she said, but growing up, she sees things that her mom told her in her perspective now, so she's like, I apologize for being so hard on you, and I'm like, interesting song to end the album on with such an interesting message, since this song, I feel, in my mind, kind of feels out of place for this EP, since the other 4 songs feel like they are more tightly, like, together, but this song feels different from the rest of the other songs, Yeah, looking at the lyrics, I was like, there are barely any lyrics on this song. It was mostly production, and by the time the song ended, I was already like, it's done? Like, what? Because the production just kept me on my toes, and I was like, what is happening here? But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this song being the closer, but okay. Okay, so we finally made it to the end of this EP, and I'm just like, very interesting project indeed. I mean, reading the notes, it says that FKA Twigs was really experimenting with production when making this, and after finishing listening to all 5 songs in this EP, I'm just like, yes, she really said, let's mess with the production and see where we go. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like the production on this EP really overshadowed like FKA Twigs' vocals, and some of the songs had a lot of lyrics and some of them didn't, like Mother Creep barely had any lyrics, and I'm just like, I don't know how I feel about that. Just kidding, I know how I feel about that. I really don't like that because, I feel like maybe like in a music video Mother Creep would make more sense, but since there's barely any vocals or like lyrics, I'm like, so this is barely like a song, this is just instrumental, When looking at all the songs, I would have to say I'm Your Doll, In Time, and Glass and Patron are the best songs off this EP. When it comes to the first song, what was it called? Figure 8. When it comes to Figure 8, I like the vocals that FKA Twigs was giving, and I like the message of the song, but you know what? The production, the way it like overshadowed everything that FKA Twigs was doing was not for me. And then when it comes to Mother Creep, I was like, there's barely any lyrics here, and FKA Twigs is barely singing. This is basically all just like production and instrumental, so I don't know how I feel about that. Just kidding, I know how I feel about that. I don't like that, which is why, Figure 8 and Mother Creep, I'm just like, we're good without you. But, I'm Your Doll, In Time, and Glass and Patron, I feel like those 3 are really great songs, and I feel like maybe just the 3 of them together, like, is a very good story, Seriously, I just did not know that Robert Pattinson and FKA Twigs were dating since 2014 when this EP was made. I'm just like, it really, really, really adds so much depth to like Magdalene. And when I re-listen to Magdalene now, I'm just like, wow, this has more depth than I thought. Like, Magdalene's deep. I already love Magdalene, but now I'm just like, wow, I didn't know their relationship was that long. And now, like, thinking about that whole album, I just feel like crying because I'm like, ooh, this hurts. This hurts. So tell me down below in the comments what you thought about this EP. I mean, it only has 5 songs, so basically you either like this EP or you don't. And for me, I would say I like it for the most part. I mean, 3 out of 5 songs I like is a pretty good ratio. So I saw that there was a music video for like, this whole EP in general. And I'm like, maybe if I watched that, it would give me a better feeling for this EP. I mean, I already like the majority of it, but I feel like if I watch this, like, little short film, because it's 16 minutes, so I'm like, I guess we can qualify this as a short film. But, like, if I watched it, then maybe I would get more out of listening to Figure 8 and especially Mother Creep, Tell me down below if you've seen the M3LL 155X, like, EP music video. Is it good, and is it worth watching? Because I'm like, the only artist I've actually watched something long like this would be Florence and the Machines' The Odyssey. That was amazing. That was an amazing short, like, little film composed of like a few of their songs together. But yeah, if it's good, tell me if I should watch it below, because I'm just like, do I want to listen to this and watch this for 16 minutes? I don't know. Okay, you guys, thank you for coming to my channel and watching this whole EP reaction. And I'm just gonna say, if you like what you saw here, why not, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because I do music reactions, I talk about movies, I talk about Blu-rays, and I talk about whatever else I want to talk about, because it's my channel, and I'm just doing this for fun, and I'm going to talk about whatever I'm going to talk about. So, if any of that sounds interesting to you, as I said before, subscribe. Because, you know, why not? And maybe even like this video if you thought it was good. So, yeah, and all that. It helps, I guess, whatever. Anyways, thanks for coming and watching this video again and coming to my channel. And, you know, I will see you in the next video. If you're there, you know. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go now, so yes, bye.